So on this one, we've got a true or false question, and I'm going to suggest that if you don't know the answer, whether this is true or false, is to just go ahead and work out each of these individual pieces. So if you go to 60 degrees on the unit circle, 60 degrees is at the point 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. And sine would be the y value. The secant of 60 degrees would be, well, you have to know that secant is the reciprocal of sine. That's the reciprocal of sine. So if you want to know the secant of 60, you need to find the reciprocal of the sine of 60. Okay, well, we did that right here. So 1 over the square root of 3 over 2. And you can think of this as a fraction and this as a fraction, and the way you change dividing fractions is to multiply by reciprocals. And if you multiply your fractions, multiply across the top, you get 2, multiply across the bottom, you get 3. Then you need to rationalize that. So take this, multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 3. And you get 2 square root of 3 on bottom. You get the square root of 9 on bottom, but that reduces to 3. So you get 2 square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so I'm still trying to determine whether that actually does equal 1 or not. Before I multiply these, I guess I could let the times 2 divided by 2 cancel. And I'm left with square root of 3 times square root of 3, which would be square root of 9 over 1 times 3. So I get 3 over 3, which is equal to 1. So that is true. So that's really the process you have to take if you don't recognize this pattern here, this relationship. But there's nothing wrong with it. It just takes a little bit longer. You should be able to do this from the unit circle a little bit longer, but you should be able to do that from the unit circle. So the short way, and the way that people who work this question quickly, the pattern that they see that you may not have saw, is that these are reciprocals. And if you think about it, anytime you multiply a number by its reciprocal, you get 1. 2/3 times 3/2 is 1. Negative 5/4 times negative 4/5 is 1. So anytime you multiply something by its reciprocal, it does have to equal 1. So if you caught that at the beginning, then you would have known that was true from the start.